Hey, good evening, good day, wherever you are. This is going to be a quick one. It's like 9:45 here, and I have to speak quietly because the children just went to bed and means they're not sleeping. But just today, I think I reported yesterday. I thought that was enough about like the explosions that went over across Lebanon and everything. I thought, like, yeah, that's the reason to do a live. And then today I'm thinking like, yep, there's like some new information on that, but nothing huge. And then another round of explosions across Lebanon, like during funerals of some of the people who were killed yesterday. There were more explosions. It moved to also other devices like walkie-talkies, like they're using apparently walkie-talkies, and it was this time walkie-talkies and I think some cell phones, but I keep hearing some sneaking around in there. Okay, so um, in this case, now 9 people at least were killed. This is like an hour ago that I checked the news. Actually, I saw somewhere 14. Is that related to this? Let me see if there's the latest. Here's one thing. Lebanon's Minister of Health has said that the devices that exploded today were larger than the ones yesterday. So imagine, the pagers that went off yesterday, apparently, according to like the New York Times report and some others who have gotten this information through unnamed sources. But I mean, a lot of people are running with this, so this could be accurate. But apparently, 20 grams or like 1 to 2 ounces of explosives was somehow put inside the pager. So now, like, a pager is that big. So now a walkie-talkie would be like, this big, right? So perhaps that means they had more explosives, or that the explosions would have been more powerful. So anyway, so yesterday I don't completely understand how this technically went off. So you've got the like 20 grams of explosive powder in the device itself, and then apparently it heated up to the point where when this message was sent, like Hezbollah wide, to all people holding a pager that is associated with Hezbollah, these things just exploded. And some people said like it kept ringing until like enough time so somebody would have picked it up to look at it. So I just saw an interview with a doctor in a Lebanese hospital, and he said that how to characterize the injuries he's been treating. He said, well, let me put it this way: this is now the worst day of my life. The injuries are facial injuries, blindness, losing eyes, limbs, hands, fingers. If the pager remains on one's belt or in a pocket, the injuries happen there. Internal bleeding, organ failure. Of course, there were deaths. Now, the deaths from yesterday were, I think, 9. I think that's where it stabilized at 9, and 4,000 injuries. They expected possibly the death toll to rise from that. They even said that they would have to evacuate some of the injured to other countries to get better treatment in different hospitals. And then today, what they're saying is because the devices were bigger, that the damage was worse than yesterday. So now, still, who did it? Of course, almost the entire world is saying, like, yeah, of course it was Israel. Now, Israel has still not commented, but here is what they did say. Let me see if I can find the exact quote. If not here, I know where I have it. Okay, you remember that on a couple days ago, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, we will return the residents of the North securely to their homes. And he said this has become the new, it was added to the goals of the war is that the evacuated residents of the North will be able to be returned safely. And so while nobody commented or took responsibility for this crazy attack that happened yesterday and again repeated itself today, um, Netanyahu said today in a very brief video, he said, I already said I would return the residents to the North, and that's exactly what we're doing. So it was like quick like that, and it's still without taking responsibility. Now, by the way, the explosions that went off today were occurring like even at the funerals of the others. So, I mean, it's they're probably more than more widespread across the Hezbollah organization. Now, all right. So one analyst said that, and I guess this would be the clickbait. Had I, if I only I had a clickbaity mind, I should have put as the title of this video, and maybe I'll retitle it later, but is the ground invasion imminent now? Was this Israel setting the stage for going in, maybe not on the ground, or maybe just somehow going in and now taking the offensive or continuing the offensive against Hezbollah? Look, they have been severely disabled. I don't know to what extent. I don't know, who knows to what extent, or if we'll ever know the truth of to what extent. But they've been severely disabled in their capabilities, at least in the fact that if you don't have hands and you can't, maybe hit a button to let the rocket go off, or if you don't have a device and you can't communicate. So, or like if you don't get the message saying, hey guys, let's launch 20 rockets today at such and such a town. Okay, I'm going to pause and say, hi, Ruth. Hi. How are you? I would say come back. I want to see you soon, but maybe it's not the time, as I'm about to get into, actually. But great to see you here, and I want to speak with you for sure. I miss you. Anyway, so anyway, what could happen now is, or what maybe was the strategy, if Israel is behind this this attack, that the strategy could be like, okay, to disable them right now, in literally and militarily, and then to go in and to start to destroy what they have, the armaments that they have, 150,000 rockets, missiles, drones that are long range, that are accurate in their aim and everything. I mean, it's insane, what what they could be capable of doing if they decided to. So Israel could go in now and finish the job. So that's what one analyst said. It would be like, it would be maybe a waste if Israel didn't use this opportunity to go in. Now, here's the other interesting thing that I've been saying all along, or noting, because like, really, what do I know? But it really doesn't appear that Hezbollah wants war. I mean, yes, they want to antagonize Israel. That's for sure. Yes, they are an enemy of Israel, and so, but all out war is another story, because it's like different, would require more from them, just in terms of manpower and support. And they're a terror group that's based in Lebanon, and they are really integrated into the fabric of Lebanese life, politics, the parliament. So they are entrenched there, but on the other hand, they're not welcome by all, and they are more accountable to Iran than they are to the Lebanese people. And so there, it's not a comfortable. It's not 100% a comfortable. I mean, they are. They, it's not like they don't have power there. They do, and they have a lot of influence. But at the same time, they would be dragging a sovereign nation into war. Um, oh, this is funny. Okay. Um, this is Cactus Kicker. Love that name. Been finding excuses to casually walk by all your household appliances. I know everybody today was, I mean, you have to see the memes. I'm sorry, but like the memes that are going around are like, they're, they're, I don't want to say funny, but also like, I'm like, oh, is this now safe? But at the same time, I was like, oh, what a great object lesson. I've been trying to tell my kids, about the evils of cell phones or having like, too much access to devices and this and that. And I'm like, thank you. What a great object lesson now. Hey guys, don't keep your phone around you all the time because you never know. Well, that is true, by the way. I mean, you never know. Like, okay, it's one thing when you target a terrorist organization and all of their operatives. Maybe people can get behind that, but think about the fact that that is actually a capability, and what if that gets into the wrong hands? So, and just throwing away your smartphone is clearly not the solution, because Hezbollah was extremely pedantic about getting the word out to their people to downgrade their cell phones, to not carry smartphones, to not have GPS locators, but to have pagers. Remember pagers? Remember beepers? I actually never had one. Like, I remember people having them, but I skipped that phase or something. Like, I don't know what happened, but I remember that they were around, and it was mostly just for doctors at the time. And I thought they were completely out of commission. Oh, but so let me tell you how people, what happened. So the pagers, wow, how many did they order? If that number was out there, I'm sorry, I forgot it. I've seen so many numbers today that I'm like, which one was connected to which? So, however many pagers were ordered from a company in Taiwan, and then they were shipped to Hungary, and then from Hungary to Lebanon. And somewhere along the way, they believed that they were tampered with, that somebody got in there and opened up. So, how many was it? I really should find that number, but I'm sorry, like, you'll be watching me just scroll my phone and I won't find it right away. I don't even know where to look. Like, I don't even know where to begin to look. Um, Somebody along the way of the shipment, uh, oh, that was the statement that I was telling you about that Netanyahu said. He said, I said we were going to return the people to North safely, and that is exactly what we are doing. So it was like taking credit, not taking credit. Okay, so somewhere along the line, these devices got tampered with and then delivered to their customers in Lebanon. There were also some operatives that got these devices that were exploded in um, in Syria, and also the the Iranian ambassador to Lebanon also had a device that exploded, and apparently he lost one eye and is injured in the other. Okay, so Iraq, is that how you say this? Iraq Hen says 3,200. Is that there were 3,200 beepers? Is that really wow, that's crazy. That's a lot. And you think about manually opening even 100, let's say, opening them and putting the stuff in and closing it back up. And then also, well, anyway, so it happened again today around the same time in the afternoon, more or less. I don't know exactly. I didn't look, but I just know it was in the afternoon. And wow, if it was 3,200, that's insane. So today they say it was walkie-talkies. Um, and there was a funny thing that was going around Lebanon today, a poll. What's going to be tomorrow? What's going to explode tomorrow? I mean, it's almost like not funny. So, so then how? So the question is, there was, of course, some of it's media hype, and then some of it's like actually something to be concerned about. There will be a response from Hezbollah. I don't know what it will be because I don't know what they're capable of. But all of their allies are all in with their support and solidarity. So in Iraq, there are a couple Iranian proxies that have, and one of them said specifically, we are ready to support, donate militarily, and whatever, we're by your side. So we've got at them to uh, be concerned about, of course, the Houthis who are based in Yemen and apparently have also fighters in Syria. That's another one. And then there was a report today that 20 intelligence captains. What's the word? I read it in another language. Hold on, hold on. Intelligence officers. Very simple word, actually. It's late. 20 intelligence officers of the IRCG, which is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which is the um, from Iran, and they are the ones that carry out the very specialized high level terror attacks around the world, like whether it's kidnappings of dissidents and attacks also like against Jewish targets and Israeli targets. They're usually the ones to do that. And 20 officers, intelligence officers, arrived today in Lebanon, according to some sources, but they were under the guise of Ministry of Health from Iran to there. So as far as the response, waiting to see what that will be and what their capabilities are. There was a barrage of rockets today in at Israel. It no damage as I could tell. Um, So is this today that another 500 explosions? So interesting. So we talk about like what happened with the pagers, and already that route has been determined. That started in Taiwan and went to Hungary and then to Lebanon. So that already has been more or less confirmed through a few sources in the media. But now, what about the walkie-talkies? Were they ordered from the same company? Was it from another? Like how was that also? And how do you? Is it a different technology to explode a walkie-talkie as opposed to a pager? So I don't know. And those are anyway. Those are things that I am waiting to find out. Okay. Another number just to be aware of, more than 8,000 rockets have been launched into Israel from Lebanon. And I think the highest month was in August. Okay. Anyway, that's generally, generally what's going on. I mean, there's so much to say about it. Um, it's still all being put together. I was going to tell you one more thing that a lot of people are saying that Israel didn't necessarily plan to do this right now, but because apparently Hezbollah was about to find out, or the word had leaked, they decided to pull it off right away. So anyway, so that's just something else. So anyway, that's generally the story from here today. I'm going to be going up to the north tomorrow, checking out a bomb shelter project because there are some towns in the north that don't have adequate bomb shelters. So I'm going to be going to check that out. So hopefully I will have some information on that, whether a video or a post. Anyway, you can check back tomorrow and or the next day or whatever. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But it's been great. Thanks for tuning in. And anyway, have a great night. Have a great day wherever you are. And we'll be in touch.